Yes. You've seen the title, so you already know what we're covering today. One of the most iconic duos you could think of when talking about anime. Naruto and Sasuke. So I was watching a shit ton of anime fights this past weekend, and Naruto and Sasuke came up, and I remembered that they really used to run shit back in the day. But then I found myself debating if nowadays they're actually washed, or did the writers just hoe them in the long run? And so in this video, we're gonna deep dive and do some film study to determine these results. And so without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing we gotta address is Naruto and Sasuke's battle at the Final Valley, which could have been avoided if this nigga wasn't so difficult. Because for those of y'all who haven't watched Naruto, after they beat Kaguya, the war was pretty much over. The reanimation was released, Naruto got to rant to his dad, and the tailed beasts were free. All in all, it was looking great. All that was left was for Naruto and Sasuke to perform the jutsu to free everyone from the Tsukiyomi. The problem was, although Naruto agreed, Sasuke said, nah, that, I'm trying to start a revolution and kill the 5 Kage. And after experiencing this with his sons, Hagoromo was over it and said, fuck it, y'all do what y'all need to do. And Sakura tried to convince him not to go, but bro turned around and said, fuck up, nigga, and put her ass in a genjutsu. And Naruto knew he couldn't let this slide, which actually brings us to our first fight on the list. Naruto versus Sasuke. So after the first clash, the two started throwing hands, and Sasuke got disrespectful as hell. Because bro started using Naruto's hands to start weaving signs, and when he finished, hopped back and shot a fireball at him. And correct me if I'm wrong, but why does it feel like 90% of Sasuke's fireballs just miss completely? Bro literally has potato aim. And Naruto was not lacking either, because bro was able to escape, but once he got on the wall, Sasuke pulled right back up and tried to combo him. And as you can see, this was a great opening display for Sasuke, because while Naruto was trying to summon shadow clones, that man Sasuke was not having it and kicked the shit out of him. But this didn't seem to affect Naruto at all, because bro threw his shadow clones at Sasuke, and they pulled up and threw this nigga into a wall. But Sasuke had stayed on high alert, because although Naruto had tried to jump him with shadow clones, bro said that's enough and started getting active, comboing the life out of each one of them and hit them niggas with the signature Uchiha split hit. And after piecing them, the real Naruto had pulled up, but Sasuke was not there for the games. Bro pulled them all in and stabbed them. And I'm only saying it has to be annoying fighting Naruto. Imagine baking the same nigga over and over, and you're forced to keep doing that because he spawns in 1,000+ versions of himself. And this was getting more intense because Naruto had activated 6-pass mode and tried to grab Sasuke out the air. But Sasuke was already 2 steps ahead, shooting a large enough fireball to keep Naruto distracted while he pulled up behind him and knocked him across the valley. And Sasuke must have got the last patch update, because out of nowhere, bro started trying to quickscope Naruto. Naruto had made sure he blocked them shots, and even when Sasuke pulled up the second time, Naruto made sure to lock in and start using Kurama. And when Sasuke wound up to punch him, Naruto had kept that same energy, and when they clashed, they had caused a literal tsunami. And my first time watching this, I was hyped because there was no third parties, no flashbacks, it was just straight hands. Well, that wasn't until Sasuke started using his sword and tried to cut Naruto. But after blocking, Naruto had knocked him back, grabbed his foot and said, get that weak shit out of here, and slammed the fuck out of him. But this sequence right here is exactly what got Naruto in trouble, because although Naruto could have shot that tailed beast bomb, he wasn't actually trying to kill Sasuke. He just needed him to realize that he wasn't the MC. But you already know Sasuke wasn't trying to hear that shit. He took that opportunity to use his special move and pin Naruto to the ground. And when the smoke cleared, Naruto was able to get back up, but it left a mark, and he knew he was gonna have to end this soon. And Sasuke knew this as well and started cheating, using the tailed beast to power himself up as well. Literally turned himself into a super Susanoo. And while he was at it, charged his strongest attack, being Indra's arrow. And in order to match this, Naruto had gathered a shit ton of energy and made a special attack of his own. And at this point of the battle, I was really out here rooting for Naruto, because this man Sasuke was out of control. And so when they both threw their attacks at each other, it was no surprise that this was gonna cause a massive explosion. But that's as far as we're gonna go with this moment, and for those of y'all who want your closure, neither of them won and both of them lost an arm, so there you go. But just know that this film study here was the first piece of evidence we have of Naruto and Sasuke beating the washed allegation, because we just witnessed these two fighting in arguably their prime at maximum output with no interruption. And so now we're going to fast forward 15 years to the events of Boruto, and the first thing we gotta address is how Naruto and Sasuke jumped the shit out of this nigga Momoshiki. But as always, before we get to that, you already know I gotta give y'all some background. So after defeating Gaara's son Shinki, Boruto was happy that he won despite the fact that he cheated. And although he had everyone else fooled, Naruto knew his son wasn't like that and exposed him. And I'm not about to start slandering Boruto, but you know you're trash when you do some impressive shit and your own dad automatically thinks you're cheating. And so after exposing Boruto, Naruto had sensed a weird presence and looked up to see both Momoshiki and Kenshiki posted up in the air. And when they came down, not only let Naruto know that they were there for the Nine Tails, but that they were were also related to Kaguya as well. And my first time watching this, I was low-key nervous because at least when Kaguya came back, yeah, she was strong, but she also had the IQ of a vegetable. But these two look both sensible and dangerous, which is two things you don't want to put together. And to make a long story short, I was right because Momoshiki had charged what looked like a tailed beast bomb on steroids and threw it at Naruto. So being the Hokage, Naruto did exactly what he had to do and shielded the village from the blast, and in return got himself captured. And I'm not gonna lie, this was a high IQ play by Naruto because not only did he save the village, but he also knows the writers aren't going to kill him. Because if we're being honest, at the time, 95% of the fan base watched because of Naruto and Sasuke, so if they killed him off, they would have ended up like Bleach in 2012. So at least a week has gone by, Momoshiki is still attempting to withdraw Nine-Tails chakra from Naruto. And he was talking all types of shit too until Naruto's stopwatch started beeping. And Momoshiki had stopped and said, "Nigga, what is that?" And Naruto said that's the timer for his squad because they finna spin any moment now. And sure enough, he was right because he looked up to see the 4 Kage and Sasuke come to save him. And what the hell is Boruto doing there? And yes, I understand I said I wasn't gonna slander Boruto for the sake of getting to this jumping, but why would you bring this man here after he cheated on his exam? And as Momoshiki tried to escape, Sasuke came and tackled the shit out of him and gave everyone else a chance to catch up. And realizing he was screwed, Momoshiki had turned Kenshiki into a chakra fruit and started eating him, causing him to transform. And when the smoke cleared, it was obvious that this man had turned into an absolute demon. So Naruto and Sasuke finally get to run it back with Momoshiki, and they wanted all types of smoke. And the two wasted no time, pulled up and clashed with Momoshiki. And although he blocked it, Naruto and Sasuke were just getting started and powered up. And my first time watching this, it had me hyped because Naruto and Sasuke weren't in the leaf anymore, so they had no reason to hold back. And I'm sure they knew that because they instantly started to get active, and Momoshiki was ready for it. So as the two come down, they instantly got to jumping, and although Momoshiki was low-key holding his own, he punted Sasuke. But Sasuke was unfazed, using his sword as a tech deck and sending that shit right back at Momoshiki and giving Naruto a chance to follow up, and look at him, he's throwing hands. And after mixing it up for a bit, Naruto landed a punch and Sasuke came and kicked the shit out of him. And yo, look at these two fiends chasing him while he's in the air. Bro didn't even get to land yet, and when he looked up, they pulled up and were ready for round 2. And I gotta be honest with y'all, seeing this for the first time was actually insane because 15 years later, both Naruto and Sasuke still had it. So Sasuke had threw 2 shuriken at Momoshiki, but he multiplied them and had them attached to a string and brought them down, forcing them to weave them shit. But bro got tired of dodging and was able to put up a barrier to block all of them. Or at least what he thought was all of them, because one came from underground and hit him, and it turned out it was Naruto, and he threw a Rasen shuriken at him, and it turned out to be Sasuke. But he was ready and wrapped Sasuke in chains, but Sasuke said get baited, switch places, and set Naruto up to punch the shit out of him. And that wasn't all, because Sasuke wanted to be Ash for a day and put this man in a Pokeball. And whether you love or hate Naruto and Sasuke, you can't deny that their teamwork was on point. But Momoshiki wasn't done and spawned in 4 dragons, and although Sasuke was beaten for a bit, bro got caught and slammed into the ground. And he used this opportunity to add to the combo, and he ended up nuking Sasuke. But Naruto was already on it and transformed into his Nine-Tails mode to save him. But this pissed Momoshiki off, and bro transformed into the Golem from Clash of Clans. And as you can see, it wasn't looking good for Naruto because bro had got chokeslammed, and Sasuke came and said, "Hey yo, let's tee up one more time." And at this point in the battle, I was over here thinking that both Naruto and Sasuke had used everything they had and were gonna try and end it in a normal fashion. But Sasuke had used the Susanoo armor to cover Naruto, and next thing you know, you had a samurai fox. So as Momoshiki swung, they had weaved it and said, "Get that weak shit out of here," and sliced bro in 2. And you could tell they were feeling themselves because they both landed like this was another day in the office. And so with all this being 15 years later from their prime selves, these two were not looking too shabby. Because I mean, yeah, there was no massive tailed beast bomb or an Indra's arrow pulled out the bag, but they had got the job done. And so now we fast forward 2 years from this Momoshiki arc, and we finally get to talk about Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen. So Jigen had unexpectedly used Kawaki's hand to teleport into his house. And Naruto said, "Nigga, who are you and why are you in my house?" But Jigen had let Naruto know that he had just came to pick Kawaki up, who was his son. But Kawaki had already warned Naruto about him and told him that he used to abuse him when he was a kid. So Naruto said, "You are not the father," and charged him only to get kicked away and put down immediately. And me seeing this for the first time, I already knew Jigen was valid because who else do you know putting Naruto down that fast other than Madara? And right when Naruto got dropped, Konohamaru had pulled up, but Naruto said, "Wait nigga, you're not built for this." But it was too late because Jigen pulled up, dropped his boy, and started weaving Konohamaru shit too. And for a quick second, bro thought he was the MC, but Jigen quickly shut that shit down and reminded bro that he was a dedicated side character. But in his defense, Boruto was just that show where if your name wasn't Naruto and Sasuke, you didn't stand a chance. So Jigen had charged a ki blast and threatened to blow up the whole entire Leaf Village if Kawaki didn't come with him. And so Kawaki had agreed, but right as he was about to leave, Naruto had came in to work his Talk no Jutsu magic. And so after seeing that this was actually working, bro got pissed and teleported both him and Naruto to an alternate dimension. And his plan was to leave Naruto there and go get Kawaki, but as he was about to leave, Sasuke came and kicked the shit out of him. And Jigen said, you know what, fuck it, I was about to leave, but I'll just deal with you two niggas right now. And my first time watching this, I was low-key nervous because y'all seen how he did Naruto in his own house and bro wasn't even trying. But Naruto was not worried about this. Bro was determined to get his get back with Sasuke by his side. So the two take off and try to sandwich Jigen, but he was ready, kicked the shit out of Sasuke, absorbed Naruto's Rasengan and sent him back too. And Sasuke used this opportunity to try and kick Jigen and form a combo out of it, but Jigen blocked the shit and put a rod through his chest. And as the fight goes on, you're gonna see exactly how overpowered these rods can be. So Naruto said fuck it and spawned damn near 1,000 shadow clones to fight this nigga Jigen. So they attempt to jump him and this man starts getting active, out here folding every single shadow clone that comes his way. Bro was out here treating Naruto's clones as if they were on recruit bot difficulty. And right when they thought they had him, bro weaved it, spawned in the air and used all his rods to wipe out Naruto's clone. And this man came out the smoke looking devious. And so Naruto looked at Sasuke and said, fuck is wrong with this nigga? And this scene alone had the Naruto fan base in an uproar because they were so used to seeing Naruto and Sasuke run shit back in the day. But this time it was just simply not the case. So they regrouped to jump him again and this man Jigen's still out here getting busy. Bro's holding his own. And he's reacting instantly and blocks Sasuke's attack. And so Sasuke backs up and as you can see, they're moving right now, but they just can't seem to land a hit on Jigen. So he tried to be slick and sneak up on Naruto, but bro was ready and connected. But just as Sasuke went to finish him off, bro teleported away. But Sasuke let Naruto know that if they wanted a chance at winning, they'd have to tee up, so they both transformed. And I'm not gonna lie, this scene hit different because they got this man Jigen standing there like a menace. And in anime, there's a good list of characters who you should never try to jump, and we might just have to add Jigen to this list. And so Jigen takes off and goes flying, and when he peeks in the air, drops down and kicks the shit out of Sasuke, sending him flying and right out of his Susanoo. And bro tried to follow up on that combo, but Sasuke used his ability and escaped. And right as he did, Naruto tried to pull up and tail whip him. But Jigen got active and stapled all of Naruto's tails to the ground, looked up, dashed at him, and hit him with the meanest uppercut I've seen in a minute. In my first time watching this, yeah, I expected them to get shit on, but I did not expect it to be this bad. And as he was falling, Jigen tried to finish it, but Sasuke pulled up, switched him out, and went for an attack. And that shit looked like it was about to connect until Jigen said you thought and blocked it with rods coming out his neck. And after talking crazy, kicked the shit out of Sasuke and waited for Naruto to pull up, only to put him in an infinite combo and send him down too. And so both Naruto and Sasuke were down, and Sasuke had used the Matarasu to burn him. And it hit Jigen, and bro said, damn, this shit warm as hell, and he just absorbed it. But Jigen said, alright nigga, it's my turn, and hit them both with spite. And so at this point, it's safe to say that Naruto and Sasuke had taken the L on this one, because while Sasuke escaped, this man Jigen had spawned a Pokeball and trapped Naruto in it. And after witnessing this for the first time, a lot of fans saw this as the beginning of the end. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And although Naruto did get his get back later on in the arc, shit did not help their case either way, because these Boruto villains just keep getting stronger and stronger every damn time. And so now I want to hear from you guys being the viewers. Do you think Naruto and Sasuke are washed? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Also, y'all, I gotta mention that we hit 2,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Because if I remember correctly, we were talking about being close to it, but this time we actually hit it. Road to 3K. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell because we got more heat on the way. And with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.